What is up, YouTube? So, I know I haven't posted in a long time, but here's a video for you now. So, now we are going to be doing What is the difference? For today, we are going to be doing the cheetah and the leopard. Now, a lot of people get these confused. I constantly have siblings asking, wait, which one's which again? And half the time, I can't remember. But, yeah. So, for face. Face is one of the biggest parts you can tell them apart. A cheetah has black lines going down from its eyes, kind of like a baseball player does, for so that it can look directly into the sun. Well, not directly, but it can look towards the distance of the sun, and it doesn't just make a big blur. While a leopard does not have those. A cheetah has rounded, large eyes, while a leopard has pointed eyes. Leopards have canines that stick out when the mouth is closed, and cheetahs do not. Cheetahs have a very small, rounded face for aerodynamics, so when they run, they can glide through the air easier. And leopards have a very thick skull so that they can pack in all that muscle and the power of their jaw. Cheetah's legs and leopard's legs, very different. Cheetahs have huge biceps for pushing, and leopards have huge triceps for pulling. Leopards are known to pull their prey up into a tree while they eat, while cheetahs are known to be one of the fastest creatures alive. Cheetahs have very small feet, so they don't get cuts or abrasions on their feet, and that way they don't take up a whole bunch of area and have to use that extra force of lifting up their foot. While leopards have very fat feet so that they can climb things easier and put pressure on things. Leopards are like cats and have retractable claws. Cheetahs are more like dogs and do not have retractable claws. They have this so that they can constantly have grip while they are running, while a leopard wants to use it so they can grip onto their prey. Now for the backs of the animals. So a leopard has a very thick torso, while a cheetah has a very thin torso. A leopard has a slumped back, it kind of curves in, while a cheetah has a straight back. Leopards do not have a prominent shoulder. It is very thin, and while they walk, you can just see the muscles moving. A cheetah, however, has a very, very prominent, and while it's walking, its shoulders bounce up and down over and over again. Cheetah's belly is pale white, while a leopard's is really white. And finally, the tails. A leopard's tail has very thick stripes and is a lot puffier for balance while climbing trees. And it's shorter compared to the cheetah's, which has a lot of very thin stripes. And the cheetah's is very long and bony, but it's for balance while running and maneuvering around objects. Now, as you can see throughout most of these, the leopard seems to have a lot thicker spots than the cheetah. So one of the biggest ways to tell these things apart is their spots. Leopards have these almost rose-like spots, and they are very thick and fat, and there are not as many as compared to the cheetah, which just have a whole bunch of small dots. A leopard has big dots so that when they are in the tree canopies in Africa, the shadow can bounce off them while also being able to go into grass. But leopards are known to be in more shadowy places like forests, while a cheetah is in like a prairie. But so they only have very few shadows in the grasses while they are hiding in it, so they only need little dots. So that is it for today on what is the difference. Leave a comment down in what you want it on what you think the next one should be. I am planning on alpaca and llamas. I just did sheep and leopard, alligator, croc, or dolphin or porpoise. So leave what you think should go in next down in the description, and I will do my best to do those.